I had a lot of loss, hair loss, memory loss, severe pain. What else? There was so many symptoms. Hello, my name is George Weeks. I'm a victim of Biopolímeros, and this is my story. Okay, so basically how I got to Biopolímeros was lack of self-confidence and not loving myself enough. At the age of, I believe, 21, I'm 32 now. In 2014, I decided to go to Miami, Florida and get injected, basically. Well, unfortunately, I didn't do any research. I came across someone that lived at the moment in Florida, and she had a really nice, buttocks, and she told me that she knew someone that could help me to enhance my, my buttocks, and she introduced me to the person. Yeah, I wasn't familiar at all with Biopolímeros. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just a basic, simple, injection in your buttocks, and they told me that it would eventually dissolve, the body would absorb it, and with time it would go away and I wouldn't have any issues, any problems with that. So I was very naive at the time. I was just more focused on beauty, and nothing was enough for me. I just wanted more and more and more. And I looked at my body everywhere and I just didn't think it was enough. So I said, okay, you know what, I'm not even gonna do research about it. She's fine, she already got it. I'll be okay, So I proceeded and I went and got it done. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, I injected myself 3 times. The first time was not enough. The second time was not enough. So I went for the 3rd time. The second time, I got very sick. I went straight to the hospital. I had severe fevers. The fevers were 100 and something. They wouldn't go down. I came back from Miami, Florida, straight to New Jersey hospital. My mother was waiting for me. I had told her that I had injected a foreign body in my body. After I recovered, the area didn't look enhanced enough, so I said, why not? Let's just go back again. Let's get a little bit more, a little bit bigger. So I went for the 3rd time. And a lot of people would say, why would you do that? I mean, are you crazy? It was something that it happened, and you don't do anything beating yourself up. Once you go through a process like this, and the only thing you can do is just learn from it, grow from it, and do the best you can to find the right doctor and get better. I knew that what I was doing, it was not legitimate. I just knew it. I went into an apartment, I got goosebumps. I went into an apartment, everything was very, very hidden. I didn't ask any questions. I just want to tell myself that whatever I was getting done, it was gonna be all right, and my body was gonna absorb it, and everything was gonna be fine. I went into the apartment, he injected me. A few minutes after, my buttocks were already enhanced. Biopolímeros really affected my life tremendously. I was in severe pain constantly. I couldn't go out. I couldn't sit in my car for more than 5 minutes. Yeah, I was stranded to a room for a very long time, where I was from work to home, work to home. They would look at me and they would tell me, gosh, you're such an old man. You're only 32 years old. You can't even. I would always be very lethargic, tired. So it affected me a lot. Yeah, it was certainly, something that made a strong mark in my body. Going back to finding the right doctor, you have to do a lot of research and make sure you feel right with the doctor, that he provides you with answers, anything that you need. I had 3 doctors. Carlos Rios was my last resource. It's funny. I was very afraid of the incision because he would go on his social media. He would post all these women and men, how he would cut them open, and they were completely bashed up. Not in a way because he's a great surgeon, but a lot of people, their cases were so bad where, not all the time the incision it's going to look perfect, because this is for life. This is not a reconstructive surgery. This is life. This is us coming to get healthy. It took me a very long time. I was in between two other doctors, and because they were going to cut me in the inside of my buttocks, and I thought it was like, oh no, I want to look good and I don't want that such a big scar. I tell you, coming to this doctor, Carlos Rios, was the best decision I ever made, because everything's been amazing. God and everything that there is out there, the universe, whatever you want to call it, was throughout the whole process for me, my family. They supported me. It's been 27 days today, if I'm not mistaken, that I got surgery. I am amazing. I'm leaving tomorrow back to New Jersey. My incision came out beautifully. The crew, it's incredible. Camera crew, nurses, everybody here, it's amazing. Amazing. This opportunity, this whole experience was life-changing for me. I came by myself. I came along because I want this experience to close this chapter of my life by myself. I needed time to meditate, to grow spiritually and become a better human being, and just do this alone. Okay, it's funny because I had to rethink several times since they asked me if I wanted to do an interview. My ego was getting in the way, and I was saying, are you crazy? Do you want to be exposed to the world? And so many people see you, you've been through and everything. And it took 3 days. 3 days they were trying to get a hold of me and reach me. And I kept on canceling and canceling and canceling. And yesterday I said, I do not care. I'm not gonna let my ego get in the way. I'm going to expose myself. And if I can help someone, that's what I'm going to do. I'm here now, sharing everything. And going back to my whole experience, it's funny because throughout the whole researching of doctors and everything, my being vain, even after being injected Biopolímeros and being severely sick, and my family being super affected, and I didn't have a life. I was like a nomad. I was from home to work to home. I couldn't sit down. I was in severe pain. I was completely fading away. You can just say it like that. A 32-year-old healthy young man went through kidney failure. It was a disaster. So I would encourage you, if you're going through anything like this, if you find yourself in a situation like this, to love yourself, to love your body, to look at yourself and tell, I'm enough. Because that's where it took me. That's what it led me, to that. This is no joke. This is no joke. The moment you see your intestines, your organs failing on you, your family crying, there's a lot of people that are outside the country, they don't have papers, they can travel. There's a lot of people, they don't have the money, they're not financially stable, they can come spend this amount of money, because this is our life. This is a very intense surgery. So don't even, it's gonna cost you to get Biopolímeros in your body $1,000, $2,000. To remove this, we're talking about thousands of dollars or whatever country you live in. This is a lot of money, and you don't want to play with your health. There is nothing more beautiful. I cannot wait to go back to New Jersey and be able to read a book, be able to sit down, be able to spend time with my family, the little things that we take for granted. Looking at the trees, here in the air, just sit down outside and just enjoying life without having to have an ass or lips or this that is eventually going to kill us. If you're going to do things, just do things right. Okay, so do not let vanity get to you. If you look at yourself and you don't find yourself attractive enough, if you don't think you have, if you think you need some enhancement in your body, just make sure you look at yourself first before you go in bombarding your body and getting all kind of injections that it's going to cost you tons of money, tons of, it's going to put your life and your health through so much. So many people don't even make it. So just learn to love yourself, and there are so many other ways to do things right, that you don't have to go, this path.